I'm a little late to the party in this whole Jacob Blake thing. I saw like just reports of this online. Just another senseless shooting by a police officer, and I just kind of just like brushed it off. Like as sad as that is, I just said, another day, another police shooting. What can you do? But I just saw the footage of this, and I gotta say that was, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the absolute worst police shootings I have ever seen. And a lot of people are going to be like, well, you can't say that. The guy didn't even die. He's going to live. Like, just relax. It's not the worst shooting. The people that die are much worse. Well, here's where I disagree. Here's where I disagree and why this one is so much worse than acts where I've seen people actually die senselessly from police officers shooting them. Okay, in this day and age, the fact that any number of variables that fell into place on this didn't stifle that police officer that opened up his gun and went bang, 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 firing 7 shots in several seconds, okay, into a man's back who wasn't listening because you have right to execute a death sentence. Oh, but you didn't die, so it's not a death sentence. Oh, please, you're shooting to kill at that point. Shooting 7 times into a human being from behind. You're shooting to kill. You're not shooting to say, are you listening now? In this day and age, that any officer in any corner of this country right now, given the climate of things, would do something that egregiously in broad daylight. And from the video I saw, there was at least, 5 or 6 people that were within 20 feet of the shooting. All these witnesses. That in this day and age, the cops didn't assume that one of them had a camera. And sure enough, one of them did. 2 of them did. I actually saw different angles of this shooting. That in this day and age, you would carry out something this egregious as a member of the law enforcement and expect this to be possibly justified. But he wasn't listening, okay? Oh, but look at his rap sheet. First of all, shut up with that goddamn rap sheet shit. I don't care what his criminal past was. That doesn't give you the right to shoot someone in the back 7 times with intent to kill. Again, that wasn't intent to get him to listen. That was intent to kill him. Excuse me, to murder him. I see that all over Twitter. People are saying like, oh, well, look, he got arrested for this and that and that and this. So what? That is irrelevant to it. I just don't get like the people that celebrate this, the people that hate black people are going to be like, good, another no good criminal black guy got shot. He's never going to walk again, blah, blah, blah. Good. The people that are going to say stuff like that, like, what is your objective? Like, what good do you think is really going to come from this? Like, do you think that the more cops that shoot black people like this, unarmed black people in the back with the intent to murder them, do you think like that all of a sudden like it's like black people are just gonna be like, oh God, I'm never gonna break the law again? Like, like is that what you think, or just that anyone is gonna stop breaking the law? Like, I want to hear from the racists out there, like saying like criminal black people deserve to get shot, like because you're the ones celebrating this out there that are proud of the police force when stuff like this happens, defending society from the criminals out there, okay, the ones that carry out death sentences like this, because I don't know if you geniuses know this, but all shootings like this do is breed more just discontempt, more outrage, more hate, more violence, and it doesn't make things better in any way, shape, or form. I mean, I know the privileged whites, don't care because odds are, you're not going to be put in a situation where even if you're walking around not paying attention to a police officer trying to get in your car, you're more than likely not going to get shot in the back 7 times. Like, I get that, but How can you condone this in any way? How? It's not going to make things better in any way. It's just like okay, let's go a little bit off topic and go into like the death sentence. It's like why do we have the death penalty? Are people ultimately scared? The people that are going to commit murder, are they ultimately scared of saying like, "Oh, I don't want to end up in an electric chair, so I better not commit this murder"? Like, do you think that crossed their mind at any point before they committed murder? I don't know. I'm just my mind is all over the place with this, and I I actually know Kenosha. I've been there a number of times. I used to live in Madison, Wisconsin, which is about 80 some miles away. I don't know. It's not that far away. Um, and it seemed always seemed like a very chill city. And this is veering off into another point that I want to make, in that if you applaud police doing stuff like this, I want to ask you a follow up question. Would you be okay if the police shot a black man in the back, an unarmed black man in the back, 7 times in your town? Would you be okay with the wrath that that is going to bring? Because I tell you, people are getting very uppity in Kenosha right now. Kenosha isn't exactly some, big urban metropolis full of minorities. It's white as all hell. All right, all you people that love the police when they do stuff like that, would you want a police officer to shoot a black man in the back 7 times unarmed just because he's not listening? Okay, think about that one, because that's the thing. Like I'm getting tired of trying to say like oh not all police are bad, because there are some out there that actually do want to be police to do good for society, that maybe don't like all the rules and laws out there, but they're trying to make a difference for good. But what's the point in saying that when you can't tell the good one from the bad one? Like if you put all those 4 cops that were there yesterday or the day before, whatever the shooting was, you put them in a lineup, like could I say like, oh well, that's the one that definitely won't shoot someone behind, and I don't think that one would either. Like, how can you tell at this point? How can you just say all cops are have good intentions and aren't going to do something like this? I don't know. This shooting. Just seeing that video, that was mind blowing, mind blowing. Again, don't care about his rap sheet. Don't care that he's not listening. Does he deserve to get taken down, apprehended for being a knucklehead and not listening? Absolutely. Did that warrant the only option at that point to be shot in the back 7 times? In front of witnesses? Like, is that serious? Is that seriously what police are taught? Like, is there anyone in law enforcement out there, or a better understanding of law enforcement than me out there? Can you tell me, is that like, if someone's not listening to you and they're trying to get in a car, you shoot them 7 times in the back, you unload your pistol. I mean, why didn't he unload his pistol at that point? I mean, what's the difference between 7, 12, 16, whatever many shots he had in his clip? Might as well just unload. Why'd he stop shooting? He was still breathing. You should have kept shooting. Like, come on, officer. What's the difference at that point? I mean, I just I'm just running out of so much patience and understanding for police. Like, how can you trust any cop? And again, what do I got to worry about? I'm white. I mean, let's be real. If I was in that same exact circumstance, I wasn't listening to a cop and I went out in my car, I ain't getting shot in the back 7 times. I may get cracked on the back of the head with a nightstick, but let's be real. Officer ain't gonna try and unload his gun in the back of me. I don't know. This just it just blows my mind, and if anything, I can't understand why things aren't getting more outraged over this. Again, I know the guy Jacob Blake didn't die, but man, I don't know. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting things, and people are gonna say like, well, he was clearly disobeying the police, and I'm not fully understanding that or something, but. I don't know. I'm out of understanding for the police force at this point. And I hate speaking in generalities because you get what I call like the mind of a racist, where you say, everyone in this group is bad, everyone in that group is bad, everyone from this country is bad, everyone from that country is bad. Like, there has to be someone good in the mix of everything. Everything. There has to be someone that has good intentions in the worst of professions, in the worst of society, in the worst of anything. It's like, as much as I shit on the Catholic Church, I know there's a lot of good the Catholic Church does, and there's a lot of good Catholics that do great things. I want to say the same about the police, but man, why would I waste my time saying at this point? Like, they deserve anyone to give them a pat on the back saying like, oh, thank you for fighting crime. We need more black people shot in the back that are unarmed because they're not listening. That's going to make society better. Thank you, police. I don't know. It's just frustrating because it just seems like no matter how bad the circumstances of senseless shootings get, you're still gonna have something that happened like with Jacob Blake. Like, it just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Like, it would have been bad enough that he got shot once. But again, when you're shooting that many times, you're shooting with the intent to kill, to murder. That's what that cop did. That cop said, oh, guess what? Death sentence. Bang, 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 bang. You ain't listening. Death sentence. Bang, 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 bang. Got nothing else left to say. That's it.